Barstool Sports. Titus, Brandon Walker. Mostly Sports.
Welcome to Mostly Sports, presented by Jägermeister. I'm Mark Titus. He is Brandon Walker. Today is Friday, June 28th. Happy birthday to Nikki Clicky.
Happy birthday to Nikki Clicky.
Who's the
sometimes host.
Sometimes host.
Mm-hmm.
The emergency backup host.
Yeah.
Eba.
The good one.
Eba.
Well, that's Ebo.
It's Ebo.
So he's the Ebu.
E-B-U-H. The Eba.
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 Co-host E-Buck?
E-Buck. Nuck if you E-Buck.
E-Buke? Yeah.
It's not Ebuke, Connor. That was stupid.
Connor. No,
come on.
Stupid. We're live from Chicago. We want to talk to you about Jägermeister. Big week coming up. Holiday week.
Yep.
Big weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Summer weekend. Last weekend of June.
Enjoy yourselves.
Get out there. Just get out there. That's all I ask.
All you got to do.
Get out there. Find a way to get out there. Have some Jägermeister. Make sure it's ice cold. 0 degrees Fahrenheit to be exact. Ice cold shots of Jägermeister is what you should be drinking. Wherever you're out, if you're hanging with friends or at the bar, maybe you're doing all the sports stuff or just the mostly sports stuff, call the shots. Cheers with frosty 0 degree Fahrenheit shots of Jägermeister. Damn, that's cold. And remember to check Jägermeister out at Jägermeister.com. Drink responsibly. Jägermeister, the Coors, 35% alcohol by volume, imported by Mass Jägermeister U.S., White Plains, New York. What do you want to talk about, Brandon?
Mark, LeBron James' son got drafted yesterday by the Los Angeles Lakers. Good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him. The debate last night really robbed us of some quality LeBron James Twitter.
Yeah.
Because it was, once he got drafted at like 4 o'clock, for the next 3 hours, it was all Bronny James. Everything was Bronny James.
Right.
You had your Clay Travises of the world just getting mad at the earth for nothing. But you just had this great, and then the debate came and took over that space, and now I don't even know if we can put the Bronny stuff back together.
Yeah.
But
I didn't, yeah. Okay.
Here's my take on Bronny James.
Go ahead.
Everybody who is mad, who is crying nepotism, who is screaming, who is doing this, stop. Shut up. I think this is one of the cooler things I've ever seen. It's one thing for one of the greatest of all time players who just broke the scoring record to be able to play with his son. And the number 55 pick is useless. Nothing. Nobody on earth can name any number 55 pick. But the bigger deal is Bronny James as a human being a year and a half ago was facing the prospect of never playing basketball again.
Mm-hmm.
He had this condition, he had this thing, and they really had to we worried, is it over for him? Is he going to keep going? And now he fights through that. He comes back, and now he is realizing his dream of playing professional basketball. Is he realizing his dream because his dad's LeBron James? Yeah, I don't give a fuck. And I think his story is a lot more remarkable than just being LeBron James' son. Is that crazy?
Doing tricks on it a little bit, but
I
mean, you're just doing tricks on it over there.
I'm just saying what I think.
Doing some tricks on it.
All right, what do you think?
What you said.
Yeah. Ditto.
No, I mean, Bronny, he's not an NBA caliber player. So, like, that's
how
that
many
part
NBA
is,
caliber players were available at that pick? I don't know how
there were. My only problem, and I'm a sicko pervert who actually watched the broadcast yesterday.
Yeah.
So, like, if you didn't watch the broadcast, maybe it's like less. You're not rolling your eyes as much because you just like hear the news that Bronny James got drafted by the Lakers, which should not be a surprise to anybody. I think that became evident a couple months ago. But my bigger issue was like as the broadcast was wearing on, they Bob Myers says that Rich Paul is calling teams saying do not draft Bronny James.
Now
that was a little like okay, what are we doing here? We're on pick like 42 or something, and Bobby Marks has his top 10 available, and Bronny James is like number 8, and I'm like, there's no fucking way on planet Earth that Bronny James is the 8th best player left in this draft. It's just simply not true at all, and everybody knows it's not true, but we all have to pretend like it's going to magically line up where Bronny James is the best available as the Lakers have the pick. All that kind of stuff was very, very annoying to watch. And if we would have just gotten drafted, if it just would have been simply he got drafted, I don't think I would have cared as much. But like having to go through the whole like LeBron James PR machine and like him controlling the media and the media trying to tell me that he actually is one of the best players. He's not. And I just wish people were honest about it. I wish that part. I wish the part of the people that were covering the draft, I just wish they were honest about it. They're like, listen, Bronny's not good enough to play in the NBA. We all know it. Having said that, what you said earlier I think is accurate as well. Who gives a shit about the 55th pick in the draft? Whether it's LeBron's son or not, if LeBron James wanted any other player to be taken in that spot,
he would have gotten him.
He would have gotten him.
Yeah.
So just for that reason alone, it's worth drafting him. All that makes sense, but at the same time, I don't understand why we had to pretend like Bronny's not a bad basketball player. I think Bronny could have. There's a world where Bronny could have made his way to the NBA on his own merit eventually
after a 3-year
college 3 or 4 year college career and like a great showing in the G League and whatever else he gets his shot. But yeah, I mean, like it is clear as day nepotism. And, you know, like, does that bother me? Am I actually mad about that? No, because I knew this was coming the whole time. I was more mad about being sold a lie by the broadcast. That was just annoying, but that's probably a me problem and the other 15 people that were watching the draft.
So let me unpack your thought that he's just not good enough to be an NBA player. He goes through high school, right, and he's right there. He's not quite a 5-star. He's like a high 4. He's a 5-star, but how much of that was due to his name? How much of that I don't know. I know that. I mean, he goes to USC. Like he is a very solid college basketball prospect, right? He only plays 1 year, but then you have the heart issue. How much did that play into him only averaging 5 points? How much potential is in there? Then he shows up to the combine. He measures at 6'1". So like for every time you want to say he's really got something here, there's something that comes around being 6'1", the heart, all these things to hold him back, but. All that to say, I don't know how good of an NBA prospect he is or not. I know he's not a top-level NBA prospect, and I know he just got drafted because his dad is with the Lakers. But in a normal world, and his name is Jurgen Stevenson, does he get drafted at all?
No. Definitively not. He does not. He does not.
Does he sign a free agent contract?
Definitively not. He gets
Greece.
an invite to Summer League.
Okay.
And then if he plays well there, like they go from there. Yeah.
What if he changed his name to Jurgen Stevenson?
If I was him, I would not do that. I think being LeBron. I think being LeBron James Jr.
Yeah.
That's very advantageous. In fact, if I was the other guys that didn't get drafted, I would have changed my name to LeBron James Jr. I would have tried that. I feel slightly bad. I mean, you can't really feel that bad because it is, it's just play better basketball and you would have gotten drafted. But part of me does wonder what Justin Edwards is thinking. And Justin Edwards is a guy who played at Kentucky this past year, Brandon.
Yeah.
He was a top 5 recruit. I think a lot of some recruiting services had him number 1. He goes undrafted. Now I don't know if this was his own doing because that does happen. We talked about that on the there is a situation where some of the guys, like if you don't go in the top 40 or so, you're like, fuck it, I don't want to go drafted at all because then I can kind of dictate my own terms. So maybe that's what was going on. But if we're taking it at face value, Justin Edwards is represented by Clutch. Rich Paul is his agent. He was the number 1 to number 3 to number 5, somewhere in there, recruit in college basketball last year, played at Kentucky. Again, he could have solved a lot of this by just being awesome, and then he would have gotten drafted in the top 10. But I do wonder if you're Justin Edwards, and again, we're taking this at face value, you're watching the draft, and Bob Myers comes on and is like, Rich Paul, you're like, that's my agent, is calling teams saying, do not draft Bronny James because we're going to get him drafted at 55, and then you go undrafted. I wonder if part of you is just like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, at the same time though, there's 29 other teams that could have drafted Justin Edwards at any point, right?
Yeah, but how you get drafted is your agent is pushing you, and your agent is saying, "Take a look at this guy." And your agent is spending time as the draft is going on, calling teams saying, "Do not draft." You all right over there? What's going on?
Where was he going to go in Australia? I didn't realize Australia was the next option.
I don't know.
Is that the next option?
I don't think he was going to play in Australia. I think he was just going to Australia.
Just going to chill out.
I think he was going to Perth.
He's
on Mook's flight.
He's going on a walkabout.
He's just going to go tour Australia.
Most trips to Australia, Sydney would be number one, right? And then maybe Melbourne, and that's it. No, I guess Perth. Perth would be a good one. Any other trips to Australia?
Are we
Bondi Beach? Where's Bondi Beach?
Are we just naming Australian cities now?
Adelaide?
There's only 4. 5. Name a 5th Australian city.
New Zealand.
6. Name a 6th Australian city.
The Outback.
Fuck. This guy's good. Kangaroo.
Kangaroo. Can you do an Australian accent?
I can't do any accents really. Good day, mate.
That's pretty good.
That's
pretty good.
Connor, give me a good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Oh, that was really good.
That's really good.
Evo.
Good day, mate.
I like that.
Melbourne.
No,
Melbourne,
you got to say good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
I'm the Beethoven.
Good day, mate.
I'm from Liverpool.
I'm from Australia.
Johnny Furphy. I'm Johnny Furphy. My player comps are Michael Jordan and LeBron James. I'm a combination of Michael Jordan and LeBron James.
You definitely have some British
I don't know, dude.
in there somewhere.
Thing with accents, you just go.
You just go.
You can't really think about it.
Let it find itself on the way.
You gotta do it.
Are the Peaky fucking Blinders from Adelaide?
Peaky fucking Blinders.
Are they from Adelaide?
Welcome to Melbourne. We're the Peaky fucking Blinders. Oh God. I don't.
Bronny's not going to Australia.
He's not going to Australia. He's going. It is cool.
Well, that sucks for him. He doesn't get the trip.
He doesn't get the trip. Yeah, he doesn't get to go. It is cool. I do agree that when Bronny and LeBron take the floor for the first time, that will be cool. But my question is though, when do the demands stop?
Can we paint the picture of Rich Paul calling teams and trying to be threatening, and the team's just calling his bluff, and he just panics to Australia? Like, if you draft Bronny, there's gonna be problems. Really? What?
Yeah,
well, he's gonna go. Where's he gonna go? Australia. Like he just panics the whole time.
Yeah, and what does that? Every team that was going to draft him was like, he wasn't going to play here anyway. Like if you're, the Celtics had the pick before. Brad Stevens. You get Brad Stevens.
The Celtics picking him would have been hilarious.
You tell Brad Stevens, if you draft Bronny, we're going to send him to Australia. If I'm Brad Stevens, I would have said, okay.
All right,
we just won the fucking championship. Do you think we need Bronny James to win a championship? I am curious where the demands stop. Like, it's not over. It's not like Bronny. It's not like LeBron's like, okay, Lakers, now Bronny can earn everything on merit. Because they even said, like, the second he was drafted, they're like, well, he's not getting a two-way contract. He's on the big boy roster. It's done. He's going to be on the big boy roster. So, LeBron's going to say, you have to play him now.
You got to play him. You got to pay him. You got to do all these things. Yeah,
and it's not gonna stop.
My question
that part will get annoying.
How old's the youngest son? Because I want LeBron to just wait around and get the whole family in there. And he's got a daughter too, right? Could she be a Laker?
Get her in there. Yeah.
The Bryce's class of 2025. So I think.
Oh, he's close then.
Yeah, if you added it up,
so he's a senior this year.
This upcoming year he will.
He's a middle child though, so LeBron doesn't even know he exists. He's just going to completely neglect him. And
how good of a recruit is he?
He's probably better than Bronny as a recruit. Yeah. He's taller. I think he's 6'6", and he's been rising up the ranks. So I think that between the two of them,
so we could do this again in 2 years.
Bryce, there's no way you can get an accurate read on how good Bryce James actually is.
He's a 3-star according to ESPN, which everyone knows is the #1 recruiting service.
Also,
with offers from Duquesne and Ohio State.
Bryce James just doesn't play like Bronny James.
Yeah.
Just doesn't work.
No, LeBron's gonna forget that son exists, and he's not gonna do all this again. But no, it'll be a cool moment. But yeah, I imagine a guy like Jalen Hood-Schifino on the Lakers is probably not too thrilled about what's going on here.
Who gives a fuck what Jalen Hood-Schifino thinks? I don't know.
All right.
Is he the one that's lined up to get cut? Who is?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's going to get cut. Yeah.
Anthony Davis.
LeBron James.
LeBron James goes out on his shield.
Yeah. So I think those concerns are valid, but otherwise, yeah, I don't know. It's also going to be weird when like Bronny is on the NBA court and is very obviously does not belong there, and we all have to pretend like it's like we.
You think he'll be put in that position though? Like, you don't think he'll be like just it's a 30-point game in the fourth and he's just out there? You don't think he'll ever be put?
That's what I don't know. I don't know. You think LeBron's like done? You think LeBron's like done using his influence to help his son's career? You think that was it? He's done. He's like, now I've done my job. I got my son drafted. I'm going to step away and I'm going to let you coaches decide.
I don't know.
I don't think he is.
I like to think this was a long play to get him in the league and get him paid and stuff like that, and just have the moment of being able to share a locker room and share. I don't know that it feels like he's going to be the overbearing.
Yeah,
you better play him as our sixth man. But I guess maybe the signs are there. I don't know. I think it's crazy to use your position at a company or a team to try to prop up your son's future career, to try to make your son be a character on that. Like, it's pretty crazy on LeBron James' part. It's almost selfish.
Selfish, yeah. To make everybody else give a fuck about your son.
Who gives a fuck about your son? Have we locked in the date for Tommy Walker Day? Is that coming up?
Are you looking at me?
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at your computer. We need to rearrange things so we can see you.
Yeah.
We just see your computer when we look at you.
That's fine.
Tall chair. Maybe a taller chair.
Can we get you a taller chair?
Get the Bill Walton chair.
When is Tommy Walker Day? Isn't that your son?
Yeah.
Bring him
in.
That
is your son. Wait a second.
Wait a second.
Why are you asking me when your son's birthday is?
I thought we were locked in. So his birthday is on a Saturday, it's July 13th. So I think July 12th might be Tommy Walker Day. I don't know.
Should we put on the record that if ESPN tries to sign him, we will ship him to New Zealand?
We'll ship him to New Zealand. Yeah.
We will not. We will ship him to New Zealand.
He's got to get drafted by Barstool.
Yeah.
Or else.
Yeah. FaZe Clan tries to come and get him. We're sending him to New Zealand. That's exactly right.
I am rooting for you guys ultimately to do a podcast together one day. That'd be fun. I'd shed a tear if I heard Tommy Walker and Brandon Walker on the same airwaves.
Do you think Brandon can?
Does he have the longevity?
Hang around that long?
That's the question.
That's the question. I think
he could be on a podcast tomorrow.
I don't know if Brandon can hang around that long. I don't think that's a given. I don't think
It's going to be 5 minutes. I can have him on a podcast.
I don't
No.
We can't take that for granted.
Full-length podcast. You guys are getting the reps in, practicing together.
What are we talking about?
That's up to you guys. I don't know. But I just want to see it happen one day.
Yeah, I do too. I would step aside. I would.
Yeah.
I would step down for Tommy to take my...
You're the Jalen Hood-Schifino?
I'm Jalen Hood-Schifino of podcasting.
All right, that story's fine. Whatever.
Oh man!
I think this picture takes on a little bit more context. What's going on?
What? Man.
Yeah.
Before we dive into it, don't say this sentence, Brandon. No, I'm not gonna.
Don't say it. Write it down. Write it down. I'll let you.
It's in your cup. It's in your cup.
Write it down. Write it down. Write it down.
That's a.
Write it down. Write it down.
Okay. I'm gonna write it down.
Write it down. I'll let you know if you should say it.
Okay. It's kind of
because it could be good. It could be really good, but we are live.
Mm-hmm.
Shaq, we are live. I don't give a what's it? I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, because it was refs are trying to take over the fucking game.
Refs are trying to take over the fucking game. Shaq, we are live. I don't give a shit. All right. Brandon Walker writing out his joke.
It's not a joke. It's a question.
Or maybe that may or may not be offensive. We are. Yeah. This is going to be so good. This is going to be so good.
All right. Well, you have to read it to yourself first before you. I'm going to start.
This isn't among the worst things you've ever said on the show.
Okay,
so
good. Yeah, good. Would you like to? No, actually, I'll have. You want to have somebody come in and read it? You want Blutman to come in and read it?
Blutman won't read this.
No, you won't.
Blutman won't.
Okay.
I don't even know what it is.
Ebo,
anything with this story.
Ebo, would you like to read it?
No.
No, Connor, you read it in the Australian accent.
Read it. Connor reading an Australian accent would play. It's not that bad. If Connor reads in an Australian accent,
This is
we're okay.
in reference to the Kyle Filipowski story.
Okay.
Say a couple of good day mates to get yourself in there.
Good day, mate.
Melbourne.
Okay.
Melbourne.
All right. Good day, mate. Can you be pussy whipped by someone who doesn't give you pussy?
That's like she's Mormon, right?
Yeah.
They don't just throw pussy around, but her pussy's controlling his life.
God damn.
Go ahead and get that back.
You sounded
Are you returning that
I'm
take?
gonna do that back. Yeah.
you sounded almost Southern in your Australian
Yeah, I
accent.
did kind of get southern. That's my bad.
But I'm just saying, you're dating somebody who won't give you pussy.
Yeah, but that makes you want it more. That makes you want it
So
more.
he's just chasing?
Yeah, I think so. I think that that's probably what's going on. Crazy story. For those who,
Let's unpack this whole
well, yeah,
thing.
for those who have no idea what we're talking about.
It came out in waves yesterday, right?
Yeah.
First it was the family saying he's brainwashed by his girlfriend. Okay.
I think the way this first got brought up, so Kyle Filipowski is invited to the green room of the draft in the first round. Him and Johnny Furphy, Australian Johnny Furphy. My player comps Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Peaky fucking
Did he
blinders.
say that?
I don't know. We were watching the draft yesterday, and it was on. They showed an interview with Furphy, and we couldn't really hear much, but they were showing clips of like LeBron, and I started dying because I thought they were asking him player comps, and he was like, I model my game after LeBron.
LeBron and Michael, yeah.
But those are the two guys that were invited to the green room. They slipped to the second round. And then Filipowski especially, I think Furphy was a little more – Furphy was a freshman. He's an international guy. I don't think that was as big of a deal. Filipowski would have been a lottery pick last year, so he goes back to Duke, has a pretty good year.
Yeah.
It wasn't,
Fine.
National Player of the Year, but had a pretty good year. And he falls out of the first round, so I think that was the bigger story after night one. It was like, why did Filipowski fall? And my understanding of how this all broke was Jonathan Gavoni, who was on draft coverage, went on Zach Lowe's podcast, was talking about why Filipowski fell, and he's like just listing bullet points, and he's like, there's concerns about his hip because he did have the hip surgery. That's what kind of why he came back to Duke. I think there's some questions about what position he would play in the NBA. He is tall, 7 foot, skilled, but like he's not much of a rim protector. His girlfriend, of course. There's also the
let me stop you there. Givney. What'd you say? Girlfriend?
Right. That's kind of how it went down. Zach was like, what? What's the girl? He's like, oh, yeah, the girl. You don't know the girlfriend? The girlfriend. And then there's like whispers about the girlfriend. So then people started looking into the girlfriend. And the story from, it's not just like, the reason this feels like bigger is because this isn't just like internet trolls digging this shit up. This was like mainstream NBA pundits talking about this. That the story goes that part of why Filipowski fell was because in interviews, he was being asked about his girlfriend being much older than him, which, fine, whatever. Back in my day, hey, dude, you're
go get it.
Yeah, you're a high school kid getting getting 25-year-olds.
Yep.
Oh yeah, brother. That's a positive. But the issue was that he was being asked about it, and he was like very uncomfortable in the interviews. That's how the story goes. Is that Kyle Filipowski did not interview well because he would get asked about this girlfriend situation and he would be flustered. Apparently, he would get asked about his family. He's got an Aaron Rodgers situation going on where he's estranged from his family, did not answer those questions well. And so this is what the pundits were putting out there. Were saying this is part of the reason why Kyle Filipowski fell. And then the internet trolls were like,
yeah,
excuse me? What'd you say?
Let's go to work.
And then it went from there. And then the family got involved and they were tweeting like, yeah, look up Mormon grooming. And then Kyle Filipowski gets drafted by the Utah Jazz.
Okay. So
that's what happened.
Come to find out, he's 20.
Mm-hmm.
She's 28.
I think so, right?
She started off as his babysitter. Is that correct?
I think the debate was whether she was 26 or 28 because people were saying 26, and then I think one
So
of the
either
family
she's
members
26
came
or
in and said
28.
Yeah. Uncertain.
I believe she and I graduated college the same year.
And
She's
they,
12 years old.
according to Tate, who did some research on his own, she posted something about their first anniversary. New Tate.
Okay.
She posted something about their first anniversary, like right after his 19th birthday, which means they started dating like right after his 18th birthday.
Right after or right before?
Right at
it.
Like suspiciously at midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she had graduated. What is the story? She got her master's degree when he was, and then went to his prom.
So he was her first round draft pick. She drafted him early.
Yeah, and I think that's what the family is accusing her of, identifying him as a prospect, literally and figuratively.
She's got a good scouting department.
Yeah,
that's good. So. That's just good. She got in, got her hands dirty.
And he went to Utah, dude. Of all the teams he could have been drafted by, he was drafted by Utah.
Well, did she have pull in the Utah Jazz organization?
She's more powerful than Rich Paul. She was calling every team saying, we're not playing for you, and we're only playing for Utah.
We're going on a mission trip if you don't draft her.
This is part of the Mormon grand plan.
I don't...
This is the Mormon manifesto.
This story might have everything. Just on the day that you think you have nepotism and Bronny and everything, you get a Mormon grooming story?
Yeah.
We're so lucky to live in this day and age.
Yeah. So that was something, and I don't know. I don't know what the next evolution of the story is. I mean, it's really
he belongs to her now, right?
It is kind of gossipy bullshit, but at the same time, like if that's really the reason why he fell, I mean that sort of matters, I guess.
So she's Tammy 1 from Parks and Rec.
Kind of, yeah. Tammy 1, yeah, he's gonna get cornrows and his mustache rubbed off.
That's Tammy 2.
That's Tammy 2?
That's Tammy 2. Tammy 1 was the older lady that just was evil and scared everybody. She only showed up once. Tammy 2
was the good sex.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so she's Tammy 1 then. Yeah.
Yeah. Tammy 1 was terrifying. She's Tammy 1. She's older and she saw it, and I guess she runs everything now. You think all his bank accounts will go right to, or all his money will go right to her bank account?
I guess so, yeah. I guess so.
I think I'm in love with this woman.
Yeah.
I think this woman might
she
might need to be the Utah GM.
Yeah. No, it sounds ridiculous, but then also I'm like, I need to know more about her. If you're Kyle Filipowski and you're willing to throw it all away for her, she must be.
But then, yeah,
must be something.
My first answer would be my gut instinct is like, must be some good pussy. But then
she's Mormon,
right?
And as we know,
you don't even know.
As we know, people who say they're abstinent are always abstinent.
Correct.
Always, 100%. They never waver from that. Did she come in here, by the way? Was she here when?
Oh my God!
When he was working out.
Was she? I don't remember. I would have noticed.
I think she.
I would have noticed an attractive 26-year-old Mormon girl.
I think she might have been here. I think we got to pull those tapes. Can we pull the security tapes?
If she was lurking around,
I think she was lurking around.
She would not have approved of any of this shit.
That's true. No, she would have, because she wants. I think you're leaning a little too much on her. I think the Mormon's got to be strong in her if she's out there grooming. Strong in her. You
don't think so?
I don't think so. I think she's strong in her desire to be rich.
So you're going at it from there. I'm thinking she's strong in her desire to go create her a nice Mormon man. She went out and drafted no. Okay.
I see it as no. I see it as I identify that this may
dollar
be
signs.
In the NBA and this will be dollar signs, and we'll have a nice our backyard in Salt Lake City is going to be so big.
Oh, it really is.
We're going to get an in-ground pool, I think.
They're going to have imagine how tasteful that home is going to be.
It's going to be so good.
You know what? I bet they have an outdoor kitchen.
Yeah.
I bet they have an outdoor kitchen.
Yeah.
I bet they have ample seating opportunities.
Their
outside.
wine glasses are going to be fucking fish bowls. They're going to be fish bowls with stems, and she's going to swirl that wine when the girls come over. And I think that's what she saw. She's
probably going to have a double couch living room. I go so far as to say maybe a triple couch living room. That's just if not a triple couch living room, she's going to have 2 living rooms. Yeah. She will have two
living rooms. Yeah, they'll have a sitting room and a living room.
Yeah.
Connor, you have a thing for older women.
And Mormons.
Do you? What's your perspective on Kyle Filipowski? Is he a victim in all this, or is this something he wants? You think?
First and foremost, sources are telling me that she was here.
She was here. That's what I thought. I thought I saw her.
What sources is telling you that?
I can't reveal it right now.
Are you texting her?
No. But I will wait for. I'll ask my source if he wants to be, but she was here.
No, I'm pretty sure I saw her. That's what I was thinking back on.
I just don't remember.
Sources also indicate that Mark did see her.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Did you just text Mark?
No, I did not.
No. But sources are saying I saw her.
Yeah. I texted you guys this morning. I have no take on whether or not this is good for Filipowski or what I don't know.
All right. Well, that's good. All right, we'll move on.
But no.
The show's going to end early, I guess.
I texted you guys. I can't believe this is real. This morning I was like, there's no way this Filipowski story is legit. And then that's when Mark was like, "Oh, buddy, I think it's legit."
Yeah.
Is this? I mean, I don't really follow the NBA draft, but if this is the case, is this the weirdest reason why somebody has slipped?
I think so.
This far?
Yeah, I think so because it doesn't really.
I mean,
I think him dating an older woman would have been nothing. It's nothing.
No,
it's more. He wouldn't have slipped if they would have been like, you're dating. Kyle, it says here that your girlfriend's like 8 years older than you. He'd have been like, yeah. So what? They'd be like, okay, next question. I think it was more that like he was flustered by it, which then
And he's a
piqued everyone's
family
curiosity. So yeah, this is. I think it's a semi-legitimate. I don't know. Not really though. The draft is. It's just so bizarre because that's why it was a talking point after night one. Is because Kyle Filipowski, based on talent alone, should have been drafted. So there had to have been another reason why he fell. And was it medical? Because he had the hip thing last year, but like to my knowledge, he doesn't have anything going on right now.
At the same time, there's never been a more Utah Jazz player in the world than Kyle Filipowski. So this all might be working out how it's supposed to work out. I think the Duke white guy to Utah Jazz white guy pipeline should be a lot stronger. Should have been going the whole time.
Yeah.
Christian Laettner probably still be in the league.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess when you put it that way.
Yeah. Cherokee Parks.
Cherokee Parks, he was tatted up, right?
Yeah.
He was a bad boy.
I think later he was.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was tatted up at Duke, but he had the flowing hair.
Yeah. Josh McRoberts became a little bit of a – J.J. Redick got the tattoos. I don't think Josh ever got the tattoos, but he grew his hair out and became like a elbow
Redick,
LeBron in the face as he drives to the basket type guy.
J.J. Redick.
Hold on. What are we doing over there?
What are you guys doing?
We're doing research.
What are we doing over there? Ebo just showed something on his phone to Connor.
No, Ebo is doing a great job. Investigative work.
Have we got tapes?
She was here.
She was here.
She was here.
Okay.
Building.
You have security footage?
How old?
No.
How old does she look in the video?
Also, my source says that the reason why he knows that she was here was because he was here and saw her firsthand. So that's my source.
It was me.
Yeah.
I'm your source. Your source is me saying this
exactly what he said.
like 4 minutes ago when I said I saw her here. Is that your source? Me saying it?
No,
this microphone?
Is she the most famous person who's been here now?
I have confirmation right here. Should I send it over to TJ?
Yes.
I think so. I think so. Is it? Are you looking at a public video?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. If it's already out there, then whatever.
Is this one where it must have been when Big Cat was talking to Filipowski and she's in the background? Oh, now we got something.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're figuring some things out.
Also, I'll just come forward and say my source is Liam Blutman. He's been texting me.
Why?
he just said, "Yeah, I was here and I saw her." But I don't want to loop him into the. I guess I just.
You just did.
But now he's going to get caught up in the Mormon pipeline and everything. I don't know.
I think that'd be good for him.
See now I'm second guessing if this is her.
Well,
that's her?
That's her, dude. That's her on the left.
And
the jean jacket. That's her.
No, the other one.
No, dude.
No, it's jean jacket.
It's jean jacket.
Yeah,
that's her. That's her.
Wow.
Well, what did we solve?
I don't really know.
It's just the fact that
Kyle Filipowski is in fact dating his girlfriend. I think we just solved that.
But I guess it's a good because we had a bunch of guys in here and nobody else's girlfriend was hanging out watching.
Yeah.
Making sure.
Good for her that she is staying younger than she is actually, because like that was on nobody's radar. Like when you see those two together, you're not like, holy shit, she's way older than him. You know, like so she's gonna age well. It looks like she's 28. She passes as 21. That's nice.
When do you get? You're a young lady, right? 23, 24. And you decide I'm gonna go after. I'm gonna get me a draft pick. How does that scouting go? Do you just happen to be in that town? Do you move to that town? Like how much commitment are we going for?
She had background with him, right? She did.
That was babysitter then?
Yeah.
Or?
Apparently babysitter.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, you go home and dig into the.
Also,
fall into this rabbit hole for a little bit, Brandon. You'll enjoy it.
You'll
enjoy how insane the story is. Some of the theories being thrown around out there.
How old was he when he last had a babysitter? I feel like that was like, when do you stop getting babysat?
I think that was a suspicious thing. He was 17 years old with a baby.
Blutman, you were a source here.
Yeah.
Big J journalism.
I saw her here, Spider and I, at 4:42 on the suspected day, 4:42 p.m. She asked me if she could have a water.
Whoa. Oh, fuck.
But did she say in like an old woman voice? Was she sound like
can I take a water?
What?
That was it.
She said, "Can I take a water?"
Did she say?
I was befuddled by this. I had thought about for weeks, months.
Did she say, "Excuse me, young man"?
No.
May I please?
Can I take a water? That was it.
Can I take a water? Not can I have a water?
Unbelievable, yeah.
That's the verb difference there is pretty crazy, pretty jarring.
It was like a bit. I felt a bit slighted.
Was there a please in there?
But
no, it was can I take a water?
That's entitlement you would expect out of like a 21-year-old. That was part of her cover. Was she was just she kept acting 21. That's how we didn't see this.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, she hit it really well.
You're welcome for your source. I don't way to throw me into this, dude.
Well, you don't seem to be dragging your feet about it. You immediately walked in.
Because now I'm here, and now I have to my feet are on the ground.
Okay, I got something for you. Are we done, Filipowski?
I guess so, yeah.
This is your time to shine. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Macklin Celebrini goes first overall tonight to the Sharks.
Yep.
NHL draft in the Sphere. Why are you not out there, by the way?
You know, I brought this up with Mark yesterday. You guys were talking about the Sphere on the Spear.
The Spear?
All right, let's
start over.
Take a reset. You guys were talking about the Sphere on the Yak the other day and how cool it is, blah, blah, blah. And then you brought up that the draft was there, and I was like, they might send me as a correspondent. Never did.
No, we're not sending you as a correspondent.
I could be a mostly correspondent for the Sphere.
Do you want to go?
It's too late.
Yeah.
It's so hot in
I
Vegas,
guess if
it's like 110 degrees.
If you're going to live your life like that, it's too late and there's no use of trying.
It's fine because I get to see the magic of the Sphere on TV, and that's all that matters. Macklin Celebrini has already been drafted.
So who's going to be number 2 pick to the Chicago Blackhawks?
Lev Shinov.
Oh, really?
Yep.
The defenseman from Michigan State?
Yep.
I wanted Demidov.
Yeah, well, I wrote down my notes, Lev Shinov, because I didn't know much about Lev Shinov.
I think Demidov's fallen to 5. That's what I'm hearing.
I haven't fallen further.
Yeah. I think he's fallen to at least 5.
Lev Shinov, born in Belarus, quick and explosive two-way defenseman with a marvelous offensive game and highly touted skating skills.
He sucks.
Oh, man. Yeah?
Defenseman.
Yeah.
With a marvelous offensive game.
Yeah.
That sounds like the best player in the history of hockey.
Well, no.
Defenseman, this is where their position names kind of get me. Because they're called defensemen, but they play offense just as much as they play defense, correct?
Yeah. Well, I mean.
But they're just.
Yeah.
But they're just. Explain the difference in defenseman and forward.
3 forwards, 2 defensemen. Defensemen gotta be back there. Defensemen key up blocking shots. Defensemen are nasty.
I don't really like the way he's talking.
They're really good on the board. They're really good on the boards.
I'm asking you a question.
I'm answering your question.
But you're smart ass answering my question.
What?
You're talking down to me. I'm acknowledging. I'm putting my face on the ground.
That was
I don't know. Okay. So on offense.
I was giving you they start the break and everything
right. But on offense, what do?
You're there at the point trying to get shots up and move the puck and just facilitate and get things going. He has a really good shot. He's a really good skater in transition and everything, and starts with really good.
So they're the ones out by the blue line getting the puck in there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
He said they are usually back there, which is interesting verbiage. Should they be called backwards?
Whoa.
Forwards and backwards.
Not bad.
Because they're not true defensemen if they're playing offense.
Correct.
Yeah.
Not bad from Evo.
They're backwards.
He has a point.
That's a good point. That's a great point.
Yeah. I think the draft starts at 3.
Forwards, backwards, and tenders.
The draft starts at 3. Who's
tendies?
Yeah.
Who's picking 3?
The Anaheim Ducks. New look Ducks.
Siliev.
Actually, I'm just going to ask Mark.
Siliev.
Who they picking?
You don't like him?
I don't have him there.
I have him there in my mock.
Okay.
Siliev is 3 to the Ducks.
Who do you have?
Why do you have Siliev there?
Because I feel like it's a fit. I think when you it's more for me like the top 2 are set in stone. And at this point, you're looking more for fit. I think at pick 3, I think it becomes because I think the top 2 to me are I think it's top 2 and then a little bit of a gap. And since you're not in the top 2 and you're not going to get one of those franchise-changing superstars, I think you just go for fit and see fits the Ducks, what the Ducks are trying to do a little bit more.
I also went same position. I also went defenseman.
Yeah,
I went with the London Knights' very own Sam Dickinson.
He's not going that high.
Does England even have good hockey?
See, he's not, and this is the problem.
This would be a shocking pick.
This is the problem with Liam. Is he's doing how he would pick.
Tries to show off how much he knows.
I would not pick him here. I would not pick him here.
You think he's
going
to go 3?
How I would pick it, Demidov would have been the easy, clear number 2 pick.
There's no way he's going 3, dude.
Mark.
All my sources are telling me.
There's potential buzz that he from the Ducks that this kid could go that high. That's all.
I think the Ducks like him. I think he worked out well for him, and I think he had good interviews from what I heard. But I don't think I don't think they're reaching. I think they could trade down and still get him. Why would they take him at 3?
Very defensively sound. Big shot.
What are you talking about? The draft is tonight.
I've been focused on Liam too much.
But he knows so much puck.
Yeah.
You never give him credit for how much.
You never give me credit.
Who's picking 4th?
Columbus Blue Jackets. They're going to take a Lindstrom.
Oh,
right?
I've got Lindstrom
Yeah,
there.
dude.
But they're rumored heavily to potentially be trading out of this pick.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing too.
And what
but
team's trying to trade up?
I don't know, but my CBJ
Philly.
people were saying Philly's going to trade
Philly.
up? They're going to trade with Philly?
Might aggressively be trying to trade up for 4, which hold your horses if they do. This could be a franchise-defining pick that could get this team to a cup potential roster if you pair Mishkov with the Caden Lindstrom. That's scary.
We're on the come up.
I got Caden Lindstrom at 4 and then Demidov at 5 to the Canadians. That's what I think. That's my top 5.
Canadians have a strange relationship with Russians, so I veered away with that, and I went with Zviv Buyin out of Denver, born in California. National championship, has a brother.
Okay.
He's a surgical playmaking D-man who could be the key piece of a successful playoff team.
Why does has a brother matter?
You got it, brother.
All right.
That's a good answer.
Who plays hockey?
All right, who's picking 6th?
I've got Zane Parekh going to Utah. Got 2 brothers, older. They both play
Why
hockey,
are you on this
but
brother
they're not
thing
as
so
good.
much?
Well, I wasn't going to bring that up either time, but then I just said, okay, I might as well just say that this guy's got 2 brothers who have been around hockey.
Who's 7th pick?
Zane. Sorry. I have Demidov going to the Ottawa Senators.
Any brothers?
No idea, but I'm high on Demidov. He is clearly the second best player in the class, in my opinion. Franchise talent. He's a wizard with the puck. Just a joy to watch.
All right.
I like Demidov a lot.
How far does your mock go out?
10.
All right.
Yeah.
So if I asked you about 11, you just don't know.
Lost. Yeah. I like Demidov a lot. I don't like him as much as Mishkov though. Last year, Mishkov.
Well,
Philly,
Mishkov isn't in this draft.
I know, but both of them, Russian guys, franchise potential talents that fall to 7.
I got to be honest. I'm
there.
just starting to put together. Maybe it's the red hair. Maybe it's everything you say. You might be a Russian sympathizer. You might. Are you?
No, the Russians just fall in the draft.
You
because
pro-Russian?
They're scared that they're not coming over from Russia because they're afraid that their KHL teams have them
locked up,
like
Brittany Griner.
Yes, exactly, and that they can't come over. So that's why Mishkov fell. Then Mishkov got past Arizona because he refused to meet with them and everything. And then there it was.
You think
Flyers, and they got him coming up this year.
You think Ryder Ritchie can sneak into the first round?
Hell no.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
I only got top 10.
That's tough.
Ooh, wow.
That's tough.
And it's not your fault. You didn't know that his knowledge didn't rival yours, but
yeah.
I guess you were just trying to.
I thought that was a good. I mean, for me, that's a talking point of this draft. You got Ryder Ritchie, under 18. You know, young guy, a lot of potential there, but it's also like, what?
Where is this coming from?
It's right here, dude. It's right here.
Where are you getting this?
I know Puck.
Yeah,
he's a young guy. He's got a lot of potential, and I think like some scouts that I've talked to think he could be a first round pick, but others are like, Do you see potential or do you see uncertainty when you look at him? And I don't know. So I think he's a borderline first rounder, and I think that's going to be the story of the draft for me.
Then you've got Trevor Connolly, who could go in the top 20. They say he's a top 10 talent, but some off-ice issues that are maybe causing him to fall out of the first round. That's a situation to monitor.
How old's his girlfriend?
Oh, 29.
Are there any puck girls that are picking out some real estate here? I think that's more of a basketball.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
There are. Okay.
There's got to be, right?
Bunnies.
Puck bunnies.
Puck bunnies?
Yep.
That's what they call them.
I'd call them puck buddies.
That's got to be harder though, because hockey salaries aren't as high. Where like NBA, if you play like 1 year in the NBA, you're making a shit ton of money. Hockey, you got to like be.
Yeah, but
you can't just latch on to any hockey player. You got to find the right one.
Baseball's got to be
you
hard
because
because
snipe the right hockey
they're
player.
trying to win a Stanley Cup too. That's their end goal, is to be able to touch that Stanley Cup. So
the puck bunnies or
there
the
are puck bunnies out there.
Decisive with who they pick.
Wait, so the puck bunnies don't want the money?
Franchise.
They don't want the double living room and the big wine glasses. They just want to touch the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
And now, are we talking the NHL Stanley Cup or the Stanley Cups that the white women
Stanley
love?
Cup, Mark. I can see how you might be confused.
It is confusing.
Yes.
It is confusing.
Yeah.
Because white women do.
White
women do love the Stanley Cups.
I bet they do carry them around and say, "Well, this one will do for now." Yeah.
Oh my God! Can you imagine? That would go so viral if one of the hockey wives of the Panthers made a Stanley Cup video.
Dude, they have the opportunity to do the funniest thing.
They have the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever.
Every time somebody tweets that, I always feel stupid because I can't read between the lines of what the funniest thing would be. Not every time. There's a very good hockey wives or hockey girls, hockey bunnies TikTok going around right now. It's a very where she's like, I think this guy plays sports, and is he a hockey player? And then they use context clues, and they all very funny. Whatever, I didn't make it funny.
Mark.
Okay.
Well, I want to talk with him for a bit. Michael Branson Nygaard. You a fan?
Who?
Michael Branson Nygaard. You a fan? From Norway?
I'm personally not a fan.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that name at all. In fact, that's a name I don't ever want to say. That's a name I'm staying away from.
All right. I think he's a fascinating player.
Yeah.
Really good two-way.
Well spoken.
Bloodman, do you have more hoodie string than hoodie?
I don't know.
It's a lot of
Why do you have so much string?
I don't know. KB had a lot with the shorts the other
This
day.
isn't about KB. You can't just always default to KB.
I don't, but I'm saying
You're hiding behind
funny.
KB short strings.
It'd be funny to do the hoodie with the shorts.
I want to do the Jägermeister Damn That's Cold minute.
Damn, that's cold.
Damn, that is cold. I'm gonna get some shots ready here.
We gotta. You good, Ebo?
He's got to go get your Jägermeister for you.
Oh, all right.
Because somebody broke the fucking Jägermeister machine.
Why are you pointing at me?
It wasn't me.
You dropped it over there.
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Then how's it over there? I always sit here. It broke over there.
Because hit it and then fall.
I didn't.
On that side. You just said
How
exactly
did
why
it fall?
was you.
What happened?
We need
What
to
happened?
review the tapes because I wasn't looking.
It couldn't be more clearly him.
No. You just...
Get that one back.
Damn, that's cold. What's your damn that's cold minute?
My damn that's cold moment of the week is the Dodgers. Is it the Dodgers ball boy? He was wearing a Dodgers uniform, I thought. Which team was this for?
I believe it's
They were playing the
road
Rockies.
road ball boy, which was the Dodgers.
It was
Bat
the-
boy. Sorry, Bat boy.
Which team? Sorry, I was talking.
The Rockies.
Sorry, the Rockies.
It's the kid that works with the Rockies that puts on the Dodgers.
But then he puts on the Dodgers uniform. All right, so the Rockies ball boy wearing the Dodgers uniform saved Shohei Ohtani's life, and he did it barehanded. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen from a ball boy. Look at this. Just look how casual he is about it, and then goes back to chomping his big league chew. Look at that. That's Shohei Ohtani behind him.
Yeah. Oh, look at everybody's face too.
That's so bad. He's got to get hired. He's got to get hired. He's got to get put on staff. That looks like a guy that belongs in a dugout.
He at least has to leave with the Dodgers. He belongs to the Dodgers now.
He belongs in a dugout. He shouldn't be running around just grabbing bats and shit. He needs to be on a team somewhere. So that's my damn that's cold. moment from
That
the
was
week.
smooth as hell from that kid.
So smooth. And he like finger rolled it back to the.
My damn that's cold moment of the week goes back to earlier in the week when Texas A&M baseball coach Jim Schlossnagle was just asked point blank if he was going to take a job that he had already agreed to take, that he was going to be hired at. He was going to have a press conference 2 days later, and he was taking the job the next day. And they said, hey, coach, what about the rumors of the Texas job? You shut up. What a selfish question.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you would ask me that question in front of everybody.
I
left my family for this. I left my family back in war-torn Fort Worth.
I got divorced because my wife said, pick me or Texas A&M baseball.
My kids are in foster care right now, so I can come win an SEC championship. And you're going to ask me about that? How dare you, sir? And the next day he took the
They
job.
took the job. Yeah, they took the
That was cold as hell.
Damn, that's cold.
Let's see. What else?
Remember to check Jägermeister out at Jägermeister.com. Drink responsibly. Jägermeister Liqueur, 35% alcohol by volume, imported by Mass Jägermeister U.S., White Plains, New York. Damn, that's cold minute.
Let's see. What else we got? Bryce Harper?
Yeah,
What happened? I missed this.
How much concerned?
I'm concerned.
It was a non-contact or
Yeah, last play of the game, he's
That was the last play of the game?
yeah running to
Down
first
run.
base, makes it through first base, and then all of a sudden you see him just like grabbing at his hand. Yeah, it's tough.
It's got to be hamstring, and everyone knows hamstrings linger.
Yeah,
Hamstrings linger.
there it is.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That might just be, I got out.
No,
No.
You don't think so?
no. There's going to be an update today.
Tremendous uniforms.
They're coming to Chicago on
Throwback
Tuesday,
Thursdays.
too.
And I'm so pissed. Because now Bryce Harper's probably not going to be playing, but also I'm going to Philly.
Why would you go to Philly? They're coming here.
Exactly.
You don't have to go to Philly.
Connor, that schedule's been out for a long time.
They're coming here.
No, I know.
You made the choice to go to Philly. They should be pissed at you.
It's like in Zoe 101
Oh, okay.
when when Chase decided to go to London, but Zoe was coming back to PCA. It was like that. But no,
Good show.
great show. This is the 1 week where I could go back home and see family, and I have no other choice. So I won't be able to see the Phils
Damn.
at Wrigley, but it'll be next year, I'm sure. This is bad. Really, really bad. We're getting the injury bug, and I thought we were getting back to full strength, but nope.
Schwarber hurt, too.
Yep. Not good.
I like
Damn.
Zoe 101 because they had like a fake version of the T-Mobile Sidekick as the phones that they
Yes,
used.
they did.
And I had a T-Mobile Sidekick.
Fuck yeah.
What are they talking about, Brandon?
I don't know.
Phone. You what?
No, you're talking about a show.
Zoe 101.
Zoe 101.
Yeah, Jamie.
Ooh, that one.
No, you see me there.
You don't.
Why would-
Do I look good, my dear?
Yeah, come on.
Do I look good today?
That's a
Now I get it.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I wasn't sure until you sang the theme song.
TJ, can you turn the camera over to Mark? Now, can you scroll to the right a little bit and up?
Oh.
This son of a bitch walked in with this today. Look
Yeah.
at that thing.
Look at that thing.
Look at that thing.
Found that in the
Did you see the other one?
attic.
I saw the other one. Well, the other one, he's not got up, so I didn't know if he wanted to.
Found this guy, too. I'm going to hang this up somewhere,
This
too.
is incredible.
Look at that.
2005 Space Indy Heat, signed by everybody but Chase McFarland.
Who's that top right?
And Aaron didn't sign this? I got to get both those guys to sign it.
So, Eric Gordon was on that team?
I signed my own poster. That's basically what happened. Yeah, dude, look at the placement I got. NBA, number 1 pick, lottery pick, first-round pick, 3-point champion, first-round pick, 3-point champion, and then me. I got surrounded by the
Wait,
NBA players.
They couldn't get you dunking?
I thought Colin.
No, also
Con-
someone
that's
already
Colin.
pointed out on Twitter that I'm looking at the camera and not at the rim, which kind of undermines my whole,
That team had to be
Shooting.
good as fuck.
Yeah, this is the year after Josh McRoberts left.
Did
our
you start
team.
on that team?
Josh was on the team the year before, and then he left. Actually, no, I didn't. Shockingly, weirdly enough. I know it's crazy. Basically, everybody played Division I. Reese played professional baseball for a little bit. Everyone else went D1, I think. So, yeah, I don't know. I found this laying around. Thought I might bring it
I got to get a picture of Dwayne Jefferson.
in. Yeah. Do you have pictures from the dunk contest?
No, that actually,
Cameras weren't invented yet.
yeah. They weren't allowed anyway.
Happened in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's not something that we.
Dude, I was reading up on the Wilt 100.
Back to back.
I'm very I'm falling into some rabbit holes with the Wilt 100-point game, and I'm not swayed one way or another, because part of me is like I'm believing every word I'm reading that like this actually happened, and then I'll find some TikTok that was reposted on the Facebook that was then posted on the Instagram and then put on the Twitter. and it's all pixelated, and I watch that shit and I'm like, oh, good points. Pretty good points.
I buy this now.
I buy this now. Whatever I read last, I believe. You know the guy who was doing the stats for that game? Harvey Pollack is his name. He's the Philadelphia.
I don't know that guy.
Philadelphia 76ers statistician. He is the guy who came up with the trillion. That's a fact. You can look that up. Harvey Pollack.
You were the guy that came up with the trillion.
I was not. I was told about the idea of a trillion, and then I was like, that's funny, and I took it and I ran with it. But Harvey Pollack was the inventor, and he was the guy who was doing the stats for Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game.
I'll be goddamned.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm going to look him up right now.
You didn't believe him?
No, I just want to look further into the guy.
Harvey Pollack, yeah. Legendary statistician. I think he might be in the NBA Hall of Fame as a statistician. I might have that wrong, but he's like the #1 statistician in basketball history.
Look at that.
Like,
Ebo. Nerds can make the Hall of Fame.
I didn't even know they kept track of that stuff.
They just put Ken Pom in the Hall of Fame, right?
Ken Pom's in the Hall of Fame? Is he in the Hall of Fame?
I think they just elected him.
Harvey Pollack's in the Hall of Fame?
Mm-hmm.
Bartorvik next.
All right.
Want to do some mailbag?
We're going to do the mailbag
what else we got?
Right after this one. Ebo, MLB All-Star finalists announced for Phase 2. What?
Yeah, Phase 2 of All-Star voting starts today.
Hold on. What?
So there's Phase 1 where everyone is on the ballot. Like,
Yeah.
you know, when you used to go to the ballpark and punch them out on the little thing.
Yeah.
And that used to be the only way you do it. Now you do that, and then they stop it a week early, and then you vote on the
So these are now it's really time to vote for the All-Star.
Yeah. So there's final 2, and then Judge and Harper.
Oh, so it's down to 2 at every position?
Except for outfield, they're down to 4 for 2 spots.
Why has the internet not trolled the baseball All-Star vote yet? Why have we not gotten?
I think they
or
have.
did we with Dan Ugla?
We
Was
did.
Dan Ugla a
The
troll
White
vote?
Sox were doing it,
They're
weren't
trying
they?
to get Maldonado.
Yeah, they're trying to get Maldonado. It didn't really take up. The Royals one year, I think. The Royals and Blue Jays are notorious actually for doing.
Oh yeah, when the Royals won the World Series
Royals
that
had,
year, they
8
had
guys start or
their
something
whole
like
team
that.
was
So
starting.
you
the Blue
said
Jays usually try to vote in like their worst player because it's like all of Canada, but it didn't really work out.
you said that there's 4 outfielders for 2 spots. Why?
In the American League, because Judge is automatically a starter because he was highest vote getter in Phase 1. And
Okay.
same with- so Harper's automatically a starting first baseman for the All-Star.
So now we go to Phase 2 and we figure out.
Oh, that's
the
why
highest.
there's not a first baseman.
Are there 9 phases to figure out the starters, or is it just 2 phases?
Just this.
Just this phase.
Second phase.
We're on the
Okay.
second phase.
So in American League, it's either going to be Ryan Mountcastle or Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Mhm.
So it's which fan base can rally their votes more.
Yeah.
It's Jose Altuve versus Marcus Semien. Okay. Gunnar Henderson versus Bobby Witt Jr. Now that's tough. I feel like they both should be All-Star starters.
Yeah.
Gunnar Henderson is the best player in baseball,
Yeah.
correct? And this
Yeah,
motherfucker's incredible.
it's him and Bobby Witt Jr. I'd say,
And Aaron Judge.
and Aaron Judge and
And
Shohei.
Mookie Betts. Who's
Mookie
hurt.
Betts.
He's got like a 1,200 OPS since he came on.
Who all's the best player in baseball?
All-around player, Gunnar Henderson, but Judge is an alien that hits like he's going to hit 80 homers. So
Mookie Betts is pretty good.
Mookie Betts is good.
Hurt.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, Ohtani when he can pitch and hit is by far the best.
he just
Ohtani won.
He just did seriously what we were jokingly doing,
Yeah.
Ohtani.
which is name. Gunnar Henderson's the best all-around player, but
No wonder.
Judge is the best hitter.
just yeah.
No wonder the fucking Phillies are so good. Every position has a Philly.
Stacked.
They got Bryce Harper is going to be the starter. Then Trey Turner could be at shortstop. Alec Bohm could be at third. JT the real Muto guy could be catcher. Schwarber. And then Brandon Marsh and Castellanos.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Marsh is good.
Been banged up, but he's back now.
I think Turner and Realmuto both would be injured for the All-Star game.
That too.
So Turner's back, but
Also, I want to clear up. Sorry, Harvey Pollack is in the Philadelphia Big Five Hall of Fame,
That's
but he's the only statistician ever to be inducted into a basketball-related Hall of Fame.
that's
Yeah, that
probably
must have
not
been what
right
I-
either.
That's what it
I
was.
saw.
So I just wanted to clear that up. I'm
That's
sorry.
probably not right either. There's probably like a Western Carolina.
No. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
He's got a
Well,
good point.
you did mean to interrupt.
I was wrong.
You purposely
I was
interrupted.
wrong a couple minutes ago, and I wanted to make sure that people knew I was wrong and own up to it.
You understand it's a long way from the Basketball Hall of Fame to the Philadelphia Big Five Hall of Fame.
Philadelphia Big Five is very prestigious. Big fucking deal. But anyway, continue on.
Big Five. Villanova. St. Joe's.
Temple.
Drexel.
Mm-hmm.
LaSalle.
LaSalle?
LaSalle.
LaSalle was my
LaSalle.
guess.
Bingo.
Yeah.
LaSalle.
Go explore.
Let's fucking go.
LaSalle.
Fucking did it.
Drexel's in it?
Yep.
All right, if Drexel's in it. Well, that can really be a Big Five.
Drexel Dragons.
Hey, Connor.
Good.
You like the Drexel Dragons?
I love dragons.
Should check out
What?
should check out the Game of Thrones show that's on, right? Or you already probably watched.
Yeah, I have.
You like dragons so much.
Episode 3 coming out soon.
Do you want to do mailbag stuff?
Let's do mailbag.
Dragging these nuts.
Before we do the mail.
What?
What did you say?
What did you say?
What did you say? Did you say dragging your nuts?
Where are you dragging them?
I don't know. Just
Why would you drag your nuts anywhere?
That sounds like really uncomfortable.
Connor, that's really fucked up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll take a break.
Can we talk about Connor's tweet?
Which one?
There's only one. There's only one.
He's doing this on purpose.
Yeah, this is.
This was very Rothstein-esque.
Okay, I just.
Yeah, this,
I'm not aware of what y'all
This
talking
was
about.
this
when
is yeah, bona fide Rothstein tweet.
yeah.
Although Rothstein tweeted about non-college basketball last night.
Yeah, he did. That was
That was
crazy.
bizarre.
That was
Do a debate
bizarre.
tweet?
When
Yeah.
Rothstein
Standalone.
when Rutgers beat Purdue and DeMar Hamlin was presumed dead on the field, and Rothstein tweeted, "Grab your or consult your grab your nitroglycerin pills or consult your cardiologist."
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, "Fuck you, John." He's like, "I have no idea what's going on in the world other than what I'm locked in on."
Yep.
We got a taste of that with Connor Griffin last night when he tweeted the following during the presidential debate that everyone was watching.
I was
Yes,
asleep.
I wasn't watching, but everyone was talking about it on the internet. Connor just fires off. I was just a part of arguably the greatest co-ed volleyball game ever played on the beaches of Chicago. We got swept in straight sets, and I got hit in the face once or twice, but you guys should have seen how competitive each point was. True team volleyball on both sides.
I didn't realize there was a typo in there.
But hold on, Connor. I feel like there's no chance the greatest co-ed volleyball game ever played was played in straight sets.
It was a sweep,
Brandon.
and you got hit in the face.
Yes, I did.
Don't you think there were more competitive games that maybe went three sets?
It was 25-22 first set, 27-25 second set, and then 25-21 third set. Every single point, I was telling Ebo before the show, it was so fundamentally sound volleyball in a league that is nobody plays. Nobody plays volleyball. It's just a bunch of people showing up, and the goal is just to like hit it over the net in one. Like we were actually going yesterday for digs, sets, spike. It was awesome. We had one point that went for a minute and a half.
Don't you think it would have been more competitive if it went 5 sets?
No.
No.
Because we ran out of gas. Like every
This
single
is-
point.
Right,
This is the Nuggets-Lakers series.
But in the
Yes,
history,
exactly.
Super
in
competitive,
the history
but
of the
it's a
Chicago
sweep.
beach
Yeah.
volleyball scene, I bet there's been one that went 5 sets.
The court next to us, they stopped their game at one point because they couldn't believe how good ours was. And we were stopping our game at points to congratulate the other team. Like, dude, that was a great rally. Like, that was so much fun.
Sounds like y'all were just
There's-
surprised you played good volleyball.
There was a guy walking down the street with an ice cream cone. His jaw dropped, and the ice cream spilled off the cone as he saw one of the points we had. It was incredible.
A minute and a half long point in the second set. It never happened before. This team had been playing together for 4 years. 3 years. 3 years. And they said to us after the game, listen, we've been together for 3 years. That's the most fun.
To Brandon's point, though, what is the second best co-ed beach volleyball game in the history of Chicago?
Great question.
If you don't know, then I don't know how you can.
I don't know how much history you
Yeah.
have with the co-ed beach volleyball scene. What if in 1988 there was just this incredible 5-setter that was just back and forth?
I think it might be recency bias.
I'll hit up Chicago intramurals and figure out what exactly the record books say.
I witnessed the 5-setter in the snow late December.
Oh, here we go.
5-setter.
Was that in Chicago?
Yeah.
Now
around
we're
the
talking.
beach.
Now we're talking.
The one point was so crazy that after the point, someone kicked the volleyball into the ocean, and he had to go retrieve it.
Kicked it into the ocean
Yes.
from Chicago?
Yeah.
That's
how insane. Like that's beach volleyball.
Atlantic
in a
or
blizzard, 5
Pacific?
sets.
How long did it take him to go get it? Like
The Indian Ocean it was.
You kicked it
was
into the Indian
unbelievable.
Ocean.
it's sitting on the Malaysian plane.
Truly unbelievable. And that was the best beach volleyball game in Chicago that I've ever witnessed. Don't think it lives. I don't think Connors is.
Yeah, Connor's being kind of full of shit.
In all truth, I did not realize that the debate was still going on. It was because it was like 10:30 Eastern time. I was like, there's no way that the debate is still going on.
Why did you use? Okay, why did you use the time zone you're in?
Because 10:30 Eastern time is late.
Not really. They put things on late, Eastern time.
Yeah, I know.
Like they don't start.
I didn't think that the presidential debate where you have
Thought it was past their bedtimes.
Yeah, well, both that too. But the audience, yeah, I was figuring it would be majority people who had to go to work the next day, people who are older who would be watching this, and I didn't think it would still be on at 10:30. And then I found out after the fact, oh yeah, that it's still going on. So I kept it up though.
Who's in the Philadelphia Big Five?
LaSalle, Drexel, Villanova, St. Joe's, Temple.
Yeah, but what about?
Wrong.
No?
Yeah.
UPenn.
Shit, you're right.
Forgot about the
Penn.
nerds.
Well, wait. Who's not in it?
Drexel was added at the start of this year, I guess, is what.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So it's a Big Six now.
It's
there's
Big Six.
6 teams in the Big Five.
That's how big it is. You can't. That's the biggest 5 ever.
I guess I've always just assumed Philly Big Five was a big deal, but none of those teams seem. Only Villanova is a big deal.
It's not.
Temple used to be.
So is the Big 12 the biggest 12 ever?
The Big Ten's pretty. That's the biggest
That's the Big
10.
10.
That's as
Huge
big as.
10.
That's yeah.
Gigantic 10.
It's a gigantic.
I
Oh,
really-
Big 12's not even. Last year wasn't even 12, was it? It was 10 last year.
yeah.
Pac-12 is the smallest.
But now there's 16?
I don't fucking know. No, there were 12 last year. But no, there were 14 last year.
This stuff makes me sad, man. My conference dies.
You want to see the college football 25 top 25?
Yeah,
No.
sure do.
Need to see that.
Do you see the offenses?
Top 10 team power rankings. All right, so looks like you got Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Alabama, Texas, Clemson, Notre Dame, LSU, Penn State, Utah, Michigan, Florida State, Miami. If Colorado's in here, I'm going to freak out. Ole Miss is way underrated. A&M, Ole Miss.
There we go. Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
Let's go, Buffs.
They went 4-8.
87
Oklahoma.
overall.
Oklahoma went 10-2. They're the same. Virginia Tech, NC State, Kansas. Kansas is a little underrated. Oklahoma State. Did I miss a team?
But they're all. I don't like how they're
Hold
doing
on.
this because Colorado's at
Can you go back
16
up?
and 87, and Kansas is 20 whatever 87. Why wouldn't you just do
They just flat out missed a team.
like Oregon should be second,
I think
tied for
you're-
second with Ohio State.
Are you looking for Tennessee?
I'm not. I'm looking for Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri is also not.
Missouri
there.
finished 11-2 last year.
That was
Top
last
10.
Year. That was last year.
Bring back everybody
That was last year.
except for the running back. Bring back that. Missouri is the biggest. TikTok. We got to do it as soon as this is over. That's crazy that Missouri's not in there.
TikTok. Mark, you want to do your TikTok?
Brandon taking.
That's crazy that Missouri's not in there.
This is why EA Sports is trickling out this stuff is for the Brandon Walkers of the world.
Do you want me to do TikTok on
Every time there's a new development, he's like TikTok. We
All
got a TikTok on EA Sports College Football 25.
Brandon, the TikTok you posted yesterday on Instagram, were you in a wind tunnel?
No, I was right outside. I was on the street of Chicago.
Okay.
The reason it was so loud because there was this volleyball game going on down the way that was just making so much noise. Like the
Rough.
crowd noise was unbelievable.
Had to be there.
I was right outside of Funk's Barbershop,
Got you.
and I was going to do it in there, but it was
Let me get some. Let me hear this. Oh, the hair's blown.
Great thing to argue about, like for idiots like me. Number one, they've got Kyle Field. That's incredibly stupid. I can't believe they put him at number one. It's not even that loud. Great stadium.
No, I just saw the hair.
Awesome. They're a cult, and they get beat
It's
there
visually
all
loud.
the time. It's not that hard to win. It is visually loud. Number two is The shirt, Bryant too. Denny Stadium. That is insane. Best team in college football the last 2 decades. But that stadium is a library. It's a business meeting. Those
That's
fans
good
are
shit.
so used to winning.
All
It
right.
is not
It did good shit right there.
It did numbies.
Yeah, that's good shit. Do another one.
Well, I got it. I need the.
Hold on, put the list back up. Oh, let me do mine. Let me do mine real quick. Let me do mine. Mine is
Just don't steal my Missouri. Just do another team. Don't steal mine. Oh,
all right.
Hello, want a video
do
to call
Clemson,
a
do
hot
Clemson.
girl?
All All right, top 10 power rankings are out for EA Sports College Football 25. Folks, I took a long look at this. I'm fired up for this college football season like all of you. I'm fired up for this video game, and I had one thought as I looked at the top 10. They got it exactly right. Yet again, EA Sports knocks it out of the park. The top 10, absolutely perfect. In fact, I saw the whole top 25. No notes. Absolutely perfect job by EA Sports. But I will say, if EA Sports wants to go and tweak things up a little bit, spice things up, they have an opportunity to do the funniest thing ever. That's all I'll say. But otherwise, I felt like it was the perfect top 25. Put that out.
That was really good.
Flip it and put it
You also added no notes.
No notes. Yeah.
It's giving perfect.
It's giving perfect. Yeah.
I did not have it on my bingo card that they would absolutely crush
Yeah,
it.
more like East Slay Sport.
Yeah, absolute slay.
Where's
Mark Titus. I'm looking at this. It says he just won the internet today.
God damn it.
Oh my, Mark!
Congrats.
Ebo, can you,
You want-
send me the graphic of the full 25?
Let's do some mailbag.
Let's do
Please.
the mailbag. Okay.
Do some mailbag. Tanner from Kansas City says, who will be the NFL's finesse bitch team for this upcoming season? Also family.
Immediately springing to mind because of what they've come forward, big steps. I feel like the Houston Texans fit the mold a little bit.
Texans could be.
Like
Yeah.
they got the quarterback, they've added receivers, and they got and they're going to be able to score. I feel like they're going to have that wide open offense like the Dolphins had last year, and they're probably going to be. I don't know what they're going to be defensively at all. I can't even hazard a guess as to what they are.
Yeah.
But Texans and probably the Miami Dolphins.
Probably the Miami Dolphins
Yeah.
again.
Because I don't know what they've done. All they did was get rid of their best defensive lineman.
Are they going for a dynasty right now? Like
A finesse bitch team?
Yeah, back-to-back years of finesse.
Being
bitch
the
team.
FBT.
This might be the third straight year, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Being the FBT of, we should do that. We should hand out the FBT of the year.
Yeah.
Retroactive FBTs.
Yeah. I think the Indianapolis Colts won a few with Peyton Manning
Yeah, that
back
they
in the
definitely
day. They
did.
were an
They
FBT.
definitely did.
Uh, yeah, fun exercise. I Texans feel like a good one. I think the Texans will be good, but also it could be a year where like C.J. Stroud throws for 9,000 yards.
Mm-hmm. And they lose
And
a
then
playoff
they
game
lose
like 51 to 48.
And they're never actually serious contenders, even though they have a lot of talent.
Our friend Anon in Utica says, is this Broussarded or Bedarded? Eliminating the years of eligibility rules in college. I think this is one of your topics, right?
This is one of my topics. I think this is bedarded under certain circumstances. I would have so much sex with this idea's mother. I think I do not want to take this behind the woodshed and shoot it in the head. I think eligibility though you should be. I don't want to remove schools from I don't want to remove the student part from the student athlete equation. I still think the guys should go to school. I think if you take that out of the equation and guys, and I know that it's a facade and I know that they take the easiest classes ever, but the second that you're divorcing the universities from the college sports teams, you no longer have the college sports. You have something completely different, which is just full-blown professional sports. So I think that you got to keep the student athlete. But I think you can get rid of eligibility if the students are progressing towards their degrees. I think Kyle Filipowski's girlfriend, when she was working towards her master's, could have kept playing whatever sport she was playing. And I think if you go to medical school, you can keep playing for as long as you want. That's how I feel about it. I think if you're trying to become a doctor, why can't you stay in school and keep playing sports?
I agree.
What are you doing over there?
This EA Sports list is crazy now to think about it.
I knew.
They,
You're
this is,
tweeting. You're
they
tweeting.
got Clemson number 6.
I can tell
They
you.
got Clemson number 6. They got LSU number 8. LSU lost a Heisman quarterback and 2 first-round receivers. LSU's not going to be that good.
Aaron Anderson's going to be a good video game player, though.
They got Michigan 11. Like, I don't know what to do with Michigan, but so I'd probably put them at 11. That's fine. Miami right behind Florida State. Miami was garbage. A&M over Ole Miss. I hate Ole Miss with every fiber of my being. Ole Miss is like a top 10 team this year. That's crazy. Colorado. What the fuck are we doing?
Timeout.
Sorry.
Timeout.
Sorry.
I'm calling a timeout. On your behalf.
NASCAR.
Read the NASCAR timeout. This is
The NASCAR timeout. NASCAR is coming to Chicago this summer. It's 2 days full of racing and nonstop entertainment. 4th of July weekend, NASCAR racing through downtown Chicago and the iconic Grant Park. It's an entertainment-filled weekend with your favorite artists, including Keith Urban, the Chainsmokers, the Black Keys, and Lauren Elena, The 2024 Chicago Street Race will be the most talked about event of the summer. NASCAR is back in Chicago for 4th of July weekend. Purchase Barstool's $99 special ticket offer for general admission on Sunday. Check out NASCAR in Chicago next weekend. Hey, boy. You got...
Drew in Wisconsin, are you more likely to fall in love with a barista or a bartender?
I think I think that's a great question.
That's a great question.
I think it's barista.
Okay.
I think you're more likely to stack multiple days in a row of seeing a barista as opposed to, I feel like bartenders are sometimes one-offs. I certainly don't go to bars like that. I think it's barista.
I agree with your explanation. I disagree with your conclusion. That the fact that you don't see the bartender makes you fall in love with her more. It's like a fleeting thing.
Yeah.
You see her the one time, you're like, I gotta go back to that bar and see that bartender. It's not her shift.
Yeah, what if you never see her again?
Yeah, but then that's what eats away at you.
But
That's what
barista,
makes you fall in love with her more.
barista, the first day you go in there, you're like, can I have a coffee? You'd think nothing. Second day, you're like, oh, she's cute. She's cute.
Yeah.
Third day, did she say my name? She
Yeah.
knows my name now. Fourth, and then by the second week, you're fully in love.
There's no right answer. You're a barista guy.
No wrong answer.
You like the nerdy girl with the glasses and tucks her hair behind her ear.
I like Rachel Lee
bashful
Cook and she's all that.
I want my server to show a little cleave.
Mm-hmm.
And I think bartenders are showing me a little more cleave.
The barista, you don't really ever get the moment of chopping it up a little bit,
Yeah,
At the
it's
bar
true.
with the bartender, it's like you could be sitting there. There's the old guy sitting at the end. You're like
Right.
talking to the bartender.
Connor, you fall in love once a week. What would you say?
I fall in love with a bartender pretty much every single time I go to a bar. This is a simple. I mean, it's a great question because I also don't drink coffee a whole lot, but I would say yeah, absolutely. It's a bartender most likely.
But aren't baristas just morning bartenders?
Yeah, but they're
But once you get some alcohol in you,
yeah.
then all of a sudden like you turn into.
I think
Nothing better than having a hot, nice bartender.
yeah. I think a barista is the long-term play, and the bartender is the fun night out.
Oh,
Correct.
you're doing
No.
fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck, marry, kill, the bartender, the barista, and the hot chick in yoga pants walking through the airport.
I mean that's
tough.
yeah.
That's tough.
Now we've got a new combatant has entered the octagon here.
Yeah.
I'll be in the airport tomorrow.
Yeah.
Airport cows.
You fall in love with the airport?
Not really. No.
That's you.
You could pull off the
It's not
trifecta
just
in
me.
the airport tomorrow. You could see the woman at the barista, the bar, and
Yeah.
the yoga pants.
That's a good point. I'll get to the airport early.
That can't just be me.
What?
You
Falling in love with the
you
airport?
don't like you
If
don't
you-
envision an entire life with
If you
women
see
that you
somebody
see at the airport.
on your flight that's
Yeah.
the same age as you roughly, and they're going to the same place, then yeah, I understand.
Can I tell you another
entirely.
place women are hotter? You see, you go to a ball game just to watch a ball game, and then you notice girls are hotter at ball games,
Mm-hmm.
especially if like two girls together.
Mhm.
I don't know why they're hotter at ball games, but they're hotter at ball games.
Yeah.
Because why are they there?
Dude, I love hot chicks so much.
I do too.
I love hot chick. Fucking love. I do. I do. If that's a crime, lock me up.
Bill from Jersey says, who does white America love more, Snoop Dogg or Charles Barkley? Well, in this scenario, I think it's Charles Barkley in a landslide. I think white America does like Snoop Dogg, but I'm not sure anybody over like – you have to have a big segment of over 50s and over 60s to be fully loved here, and I don't think Snoop Dogg has that. There's others. Like I think Steve Harvey I think Steve Harvey should be in this question.
Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady should be in this question. Charles Barkley's way up there, though.
Yeah.
If only we knew white Americans.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, we work at Barstool, so we don't really
We
have
don't
access
have-
to many.
We couldn't run a poll of any sort.
No.
Yeah. Charles Barkley probably.
Out of Snoop Dogg or Charles Barkley, it's definitely Barkley.
Yeah. What's Snoop Dogg doing? Like what's he
just-
doing?
I think he just does
in general?
podcast appearances.
What's he in general doing?
I think he just does podcast
Just out there
appearances
doing podcasts?
and commercials.
Got a bowl game now.
He
Like,
does.
if
He has
Snoop-
our bowl games.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg
Yeah.
runs into a friend he hasn't seen in 5 years, and they're like, "What have you been up to, man?" What? How does he answer? He's
All
just
of
like
it?
all of it,
Yeah.
just everything, just everything you could possibly imagine. I'm doing.
Our bowl game last year had the strangest celebrity encounter I've ever had. Why was Master P there? Master P was just there.
Was it? I don't know.
And I was a no limit soldier when I was in high school.
Mm.
So I was like, hey, can I get a picture with you, Master P? He said, yeah. But I still don't know why he was there. Now Snoop Dogg owns that bowl game.
Yeah, it makes you think. Anon in Phoenix, Arizona.
Well, you think he's related to Anon and Utica?
Can't be the same guy, can it?
I
don't know. It might
not
be.
a guy.
Is Clifford the big red dog too big to be a domestic pet? This is a great question. I think my gut says yes. My gut says, yeah, because how...
Now, is he asking from a legal perspective? Like, does he violate codes? Would they even allow him to live in your house? Or is he asking from sheer logistics, can he live in this house?
I took it as a logistics question. I think the answer is no. I bet
there's some legalities involved,
I think we
too.
see snapshots in the portrayals of Clifford that make it seem like it's a dream scenario, but you're not seeing the ugly underbelly of what it would be like to have a dog that big.
Well, you can't live in a neighborhood.
No, absolutely not.
You got to live in a
Acreage.
farm. You got to have
Acreage.
acreage. And how can this family afford acreage? I don't know. Like, land is not cheap.
Yeah.
And then if
he's obviously an outdoor dog.
Then even
Never
if you have
come inside.
acreage, you got to deal with poachers because you know somebody's going to want to put that head on their wall.
Yes, absolutely.
I
Get a coat out of him, yeah.
yeah, I don't. But you're asking me, is it possible? I think it probably is possible.
It's possible. It's just not.
You could buy a plot of land in New Mexico where nobody is.
Yeah, it's just not all that feasible.
The absolute chaos and devastation that would occur if that dog pissed in a public environment.
Oh my
or
God.
God forbid had diarrhea somewhere.
Yeah.
Give me some.
The death toll
The
that would
death
rack
toll.
up if this dog flooded out a public venue by pissing one time.
Give me I need perspective.
Well,
Give me Clifford pictures.
I
I need to know how big he is.
I hate to bring this up, but in the live action Clifford the big red dog that came out a couple years ago, he lives in New York City.
No, there's no way.
Well, that's
There's
just fantasy.
No way.
That's a
just
movie. We're
that's-
talking about
That's not real life.
the
dude.
real
This-
situation of having Clifford.
It's
had
the
a
live
backyard.
action.
The real Clifford had a backyard.
That's not real.
This is live action. That's a real
That's
dog.
not a real. That's not real life, dude.
That looks real to me.
That's
No.
a real
That's
dog.
That's a fictionalization of this whole thing.
No, that's
Yeah,
a
he's
real
fucking
dog.
12 feet tall and looks to be just a pup. Like he's
That's not even that
not
big.
even-
that's a grown
I could
boy.
deal with that size.
But he's a boy. That's just a boy dog.
And this is the problem with Hollywood. Is
They take the Clifford the big red dog and they make him just this fantasy.
No, that's real.
This is
Just tell the fucking story as it is.
Yeah.
Tell the story as it is. Why do you have to like tweak the book and
Show me the cartoon Clifford the big red dog. I want to know what the original cartoonist had in mind.
What were the other dogs?
look at that. That dog is 30 feet tall.
If this dog jumped into your lap, he would kill you instantly.
But he knows his limitations, right?
That's my Clifford. That's the Clifford that I'm talking about.
Not this
Like
one.
get this dumbass
Plays
Clifford out of
fetch
my
with
face.
manhole
Yeah.
covers
Yeah.
and should be classified as a domestic terrorist.
Did they dye real dog red?
Oh, that's
You gotta wonder.
it's a real dog.
Yeah, I'm saying. So they dyed it red.
No, he's actually
That's
red.
That's the question he asked.
Just red.
Barstool from Chicago says if
I know him.
if Mr. Ed was a two-sport athlete, what other sport would he play?
Surfing.
Skateboarding? We've seen it.
Polo.
Horse racing?
No, come on.
He's
They
not
call it track and field.
for everything we saw in the baseball. He's not that fast.
He's not that fast.
Football. Team USA needs him.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on. How would a horse play football?
That's impossible.
Blutman.
Horse couldn't play football.
Doesn't make any sense.
That was fucking stupid, dude.
Sorry.
It's all right. No, stay here. Stay here. You're not dismissed.
Good break.
Surfing though, he did surf.
Yeah.
I don't think surfing's a sport though. I think surfing's an art. So I don't think that one counts.
Connor, I mean, you guys played a good one, close one last night. Maybe Mr. Ed is what takes you over the top.
That'd be something.
Volleyball?
Yeah, him on the back line. That'd be good. Because I don't know if he would be.
Could you use him to sit on? Because it'd be.
Yeah, that's
easier.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Well, if you're sitting on him, then perhaps he'd be better up by the net. But I don't know. Because I don't think he necessarily has the vertical to get up there at the net. But if you were on the back line, he does have the size to fill up a good chunk of the court.
It really does. Let me ask this one, even though it's out of order, because this one is for you. For Mark, says Joey in Indianapolis, what are some of your favorite Indiana high school mascots? Family.
Oh, I don't have a list. I should keep a list.
Here's the order of the list that it's in.
Off the top of my head, you have Frankfurt hot dogs. That one's a good one.
Yeah.
I love the Lewis Cass Lady Kings.
Mhm.
I bring that up from time to time. That cracks me up. Jimtown Jimmies.
The Jimmies?
They're the Jimmies. That's funny to me.
Mhm.
Speedway Spark Plugs.
That's good.
That's a good one, right?
That's good, yeah.
Yeah. Rochester Zebras.
Whoa.
Zebras is fun. There should be more zebras.
I agree.
There should be more zebra mascots.
Yeah.
It's just a horse with stripes.
Yeah.
Is
Mhm.
there? They have
And it's
like,
pretty
cool
unique.
logo and stuff.
Yeah.
So many animals are
Yeah,
just
you could
unused.
just have the striped shit like the Bengals, like the Cincinnati Bengals. Why don't people use zebras? I don't
We
know.
have Wesson High School, Mississippi, are the Wesson Cobras, and I feel like that should be.
That's a
used for
great
The
one.
Wesson
Well, if we
Cobras.
made the professional expansion team, the Zebras. What league would we go in?
Oh, that
Yeah.
is sweet.
Yeah,
That's sick.
Fucking
it's
nuts.
badass, dude. Zebras rule.
They should wear striped jerseys though.
Yeah.
Zebra print jerseys.
I bet
And you're subconsciously telling the refs that you're on their side.
Yeah.
So like the refs give you better calls.
Maybe that's why they don't.
Yeah.
And football helmets should definitely be striped.
Yeah. Oh, you could do so much cool stuff with zebras.
They could get a better mascot.
Let's see. Who else we got?
Trip in Houston, if y'all had to choose a different college to have gone to, support athletically, where would you all choose? Thanks, boys, family.
No.
I don't know.
Pass.
Pass.
There weren't any other schools that you guys like looked into going to, or
Sure.
I grew up.
Yeah, how are you asking this? Like, what were the second options?
Yeah,
Or is
I
it
can't
like-
imagine a
is it
world
like
where I'm
now
not
that-
hyper-focused Mississippi State.
Well,
I can't.
Mark didn't grow up in Ohio. State.
Yeah, Indiana. I
Right.
grew up an Indiana fan, but I would say either UCLA or North Carolina would be my pick for like alternate universe. I wouldn't have hated that if I was a UCLA or North Carolina guy.
South Carolina.
That would be yours.
Yeah, I always felt like they were like us, except they were in the SEC East. They had to deal with an asshole rival, and South Carolina was always mine.
Oh, so we're rivals in North Carolina, South Carolina.
Not really.
Okay.
Scottsdale Community College.
That was mine also.
You know their nickname?
The
Look.
Scotties.
Close. Look it up, TJ.
Well, you could just tell him.
Yeah.
But it's a good reveal for him. If he
But
doesn't
you
know.
saying it would also be the reveal.
No.
Okay.
Scottsdale Community College.
The
TJ?
The Artichokes.
that's nice.
Pretty good reveal.
That plays.
Yeah.
You're right.
Thank you.
I fuck
Artie.
with it.
They should make him just ahead though, like Bucky.
Bill in Chicago says, for a career, would you rather be the perennial GOAT of an obscure Olympic sport or ride the bench for one full season in a major four sport?
I mean,
Financially.
yeah, it's ride the bench, right? It depends on
But it only says 1 year. Like, that's not great.
the obscure part is what throws me off. If you would have just said Olympic sport,
Yeah.
I might pick Olympic sport. Like if it's like
kayaking.
yeah, that's
GOAT of
tough.
kayaking, that's tough.
But if I'm the GOAT, if I'm Usain Bolt or Michael Phelps or
Yeah.
you know,
If you're the GOAT of archery, that's tough.
that's tough. But if you're on television during the Olympics a bunch and you're the GOAT, that would be pretty cool.
But if you're riding the bench for one full season in a major four sport, you're not, especially like hockey, you're not making a lot of money.
You're not making a ton of money.
Yeah.
Who's the goat of archery?
Robin Hood,
Yeah.
William Tell.
Apollo?
Yeah, probably William Tell.
Katniss.
Jean Ricard,
Did Apollo have a bow?
He was a boxer.
Cupid.
Cupid's a good one.
I don't know why the
Archer.
No, he's a
he's
spy.
a detective.
Oh, okay,
He's
yeah.
a spy, dude.
Yeah.
Oliver Queen.
I picture a French guy for some reason as the best archer ever.
Did Sly Cooper have a bow?
Sly Cooper was cool.
Doesn't Mr. Game & Watch have one?
Who?
He has like a frying pan.
Oh.
Okay.
Is there anyone in?
Link?
Yeah, Link.
Link's a good one.
Link. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then Anon in Boston says, "Could Mr. Ed win the Triple Crown?"
I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be have enough RBI opportunities. Like
That's what I was thinking.
I think he's going to be able. Like he can hit.
He can hit. We know that.
It just depends on what's around him. Like he's going to hit homers. He's going to hit for average. I just don't know that he's going to have. We don't know who's around him to give him the RBI opportunities.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
But he played in the 60s.
But I think you have to say, I think it's two questions. It's one, would you expect him to? And two,
Yeah.
do you think it's possible that he could? Now, I wouldn't expect him to because what you said, the RBI opportunities. But is it possible? If the stars align
So the
and
question
everything
is, could
falls
he
into
do
place,
it? And
does
the
he have
answer-
the talent?
The answer is yes.
Yeah, he does have the talent. Yeah,
Yeah.
he has the talent. So I think Mr. Ed could, in fact, hit for the Triple Crown. All right.
Good question.
Good question. Great question. We're off next week.
Yeah.
We're all going on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
This is we're off for the whole week of July 4th.
Are we all going on vacation? Ebo, where are you going?
New York.
TJ, you're going back to New York?
Yep. We're going to the airport together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're going to Philly?
And then a little bit on the Jersey Shore, yeah.
And you're going to Colorado?
I'll be in Colorado.
I'm going to go.
I'll be,
I'm going to Orange Beach, Alabama.
You want me to try to meet Dion? Should I try to go to Colorado football practice? I'll be in Boulder for a full week.
I doubt he'll be there.
They're too good of a team to make time for anyone.
Yeah, it's true.
Where are you
A
going?
program
Bobby?
like that
Chicago.
would be.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice. When's your flight?
No flight.
Are you on the ocean
Walking.
side or the mountain side?
I might have to play some beach volleyball and kind of.
Is your team playing next week, or are you just abandoning your team?
No. I would never, except for the 2 weeks that I just missed. Because we were going to North Dakota the 1 week. But no, we have off. The entire league is off because we play on Thursdays, and Thursdays is this Thursday is July 4th. So
Yeah, that's a bad day to play beach volleyball.
no, it's not.
I think the pugs are fun.
Yeah, that was the joke. I
What?
think.
I
I think
know.
you're saying you guys should be on for July
They're
4th because
done?
that seems
Seems like
a
the
perfect
number
day.
one day to play beach volleyball.
Number one beach
July
volleyball day in the world, really.
No,
Which should
no.
be July 4th.
No.
Or maybe not the world, maybe just this country.
Maybe this there's no better beach volleyball day than July 4th.
I would argue no.
Okay.
That's not arguing. That's just
He would argue. That.
Do you have a counterpoint?
name a better day.
He won't argue. He will argue.
Top beach volleyball days.
The next one.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're
I'm-
just saying no to say no. It's
Yeah.
obviously July
Yeah.
4th.
July
I don't-
3rd,
I don't-
the
I don't-
excitement
You're
of
being a
it.
dick for dick's sake.
Right. For Dick's sake, Connor.
Pugs might be in trouble.
Why?
Pugs might be
Well,
fucked.
well,
We got,
Everybody leaving town?
we got like 8 people, and our playoff game that was supposed to be this week got delayed or rained out, so now it's next week. So
Oh, is that why I got asked?
no,
to play?
that's actually good for you guys. You have an excuse
That
as to
one
why you'll
loss,
lose. Yeah. Instead of losing 38 to 21, whatever the score would be otherwise.
We had more games rained out than played this
I
year.
would imagine the other team probably has the same problem, though. I mean, it's a vacation week.
Is it like do
Uh,
normal companies have a full week off for 4th?
I don't
I
think
think a
so.
lot of people will block their days.
Some people, well, the 4th is what, Thursday you said?
Yeah.
So maybe savvy people like save up their vacation days to then.
through.
Thursday's a good day to be the 4th.
If you're in corporate America and you're a boss and you're making people work on the Friday after the 4th,
Yeah.
you're a fucking
Nobody's going to make you work.
I hate.
the 5th.
In fact, you're the Jim Schlossnagel
No.
of corporate America.
Thursday is
You're-
the
you're
best
not-
day for the 4th of July.
Anybody making your workers work on Friday after the 4th, you'll never be on this show. We're not going to let you sit on the O.J. Simpson Memorial Bench,
Hmm.
right, Liam? Is that fair?
O.J. Simpson Memorial Bench presented by Liam Blutman. Would never. Your analysis on Ryder Ritchie was spot on. I looked into
Wait,
it.
you had
spot
the
on.
chance
Oh.
earlier to.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna I'm a very honest fella, and I didn't know who this was, and I looked into it
Yeah.
during the show, and his analysis was spot on. So
No,
Thank you,
puck
Liam.
knower. You learn a lot about these prospects as the draft goes on.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I know a lot of them, but can't know all of them.
No, I'm happy to share my wisdom with you, Liam. Yeah.
Of course. I look forward to seeing how your mock does.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure
Likewise.
to tweet it out. Make sure to
Likewise.
tweet it out or send it to me so I can tweet it out and we can track.
You
We
gonna
can track both.
You gonna drop your mock today?
Yeah, I'll drop my mock. What time's the draft start?
6.
6.
Central, not Eastern.
All right, I can drop my mock.
Mm.
I'll do that.
Best of luck.
All right.
Next week we got some stuff coming out for the people. We're not fully off. We got a North Dakota vlog. And
Oh yeah.
a little best of the first half of the year.
There'll be some content.
So
All right.
So
you'll have some family. even though we'll
I
be
think
gone.
also everybody on the show should send a picture of them eating a popsicle, and then we'll put out a thread of who had the best popsicle.
I'm down.
Okay.
Okay.
Done.
Yeah. Done.
Go find a place to get popsicles, and then
Oh,
see who-
I've already scouted many.
All right. Everybody enjoy the holiday. We're gonna be off next week, but like they said, we'll be putting some stuff out, so look for that. Otherwise, we will see you live in a couple Mondays. I guess.
episode
Yeah.
200.
Yeah.
Oh,
episode
this is
200 will be
199.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we're edging the family. We're edging.
USA.
You guys want 200 so bad, don't you? You want it so bad.
Oh.
All right, we'll see you on the other side. Goodbye, everybody.
That's how ball is done.